Concord open beta, okay? Don't need any pre-order keys for this one, okay? Is well underway this weekend, and yeah, I'm kind of predisposed at this point in time. You probably won't see me, at least live-ish. I'm recording this on the eve of the weekend, so do forgive me. I don't know, maybe everybody was waiting for Friday and Saturday for this stuff to really pop off. It's just early numbers now that people have access to this stuff. The early access beta torched by gamers as player base evaporated over the week. Oh, no, nobody's actually playing Sony's woke shooter, Sony's out-of-date game design, okay? Like they have the audacity to release a hero shooter in 2024, back when its heyday was what, 2014, 15, 16? Okay, you're about a decade late, so yeah, nobody was going to play it on the basis of this. And then you want to shove modern deisms, you want to put pronouns and ugly character design in it at a point in time where everybody's finally starting to turn around and go, yeah, we're not even going to stomach this stuff. We're not even going to pretend to go, oh, okay, maybe if the story's good, okay, maybe the character design will make sense. Here's the thing, man. There are so many options that are out there. For the First Descent, getting hundreds of thousands of people playing it, and it's free as hell. Yeah, they'll go ahead and do that, okay? If they want character-based gameplay, you can go out there and you can play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. You just got the reference in when we're talking about gaming. In order to make a splash in today's market, you have to carve out a niche. There is nothing unique about this at all. This is one of those games where if you're like 10 feet back, you go, is that the new Overwatch update? Okay, there is nothing, there's nothing unique. There's no hooks from this game. The reviews of the gameplay are middling at best. Concord Early Access Beta came and went over this past weekend, and players that decided to check out the game were not impressed by what they played. On top of the poor reactions, what little interest the game seemed to evaporate over the weekend as its players' numbers plummeted. Early Access Beta ran from July 12th through the 14th, and based on Steam databases, data, the game's peak concurrent players capped out at 1,124 at around 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the 12th. When you think that everything would have been great, but what is it? The site that I like to use, like I don't use SteamDB unless it is, of course, backing up these numbers. I'd like to run Steam charts. It's just an easier. It's just a choice thing, okay? I had 300 and some, so there was a big discrepancy right there. And you know, as funny as it would be, as haha, you couldn't even get 500 players. Okay, you were stuck firmly in the triple-digit club for your big time release. You need to be accurate, okay? Fast forward to the weekend of the open beta, and well, on Thursday, Concord open beta numbers are not good. 1,947 people. 1,900. They got another 800 players. Now, there's a good possibility, okay? I won't say, or I won't try to undersell it, where, I don't know, maybe you get 2,000-3,000 players over the weekend in an open beta when it's free for the public to check out ahead of its, I think, end of the month or in August release. This game, we could see, was dead on arrival. It was pushing identity politics front and center, and now your customers aren't buying it anymore, okay? People say the gameplay is decent. Yeah, I've heard anything from decent to poor, with decent being definitely the high watermark. Character models, on the other hand, are unapologetically DEI fodder and bland to boot. I mean, you see the Hellboy knockoff, okay, you see Welfare Queen, she, her pronouns. You can take a look at the UI that's down there, and it screams Overwatch. It screams we have Overwatch at home. It's uninspired. Yeah, Firewalk Studios was apparently shrugging off criticism. They were going to go all guns blazing heading into the current weekends of betas, and well, they figured out the only people that are around to play the games are in fact the betas. They managed to wrangle up a few less than 2,000. Best of luck. But that's not the only game that is obviously dead on arrival. We're talking about Flintlock. We talked about Flintlock, and they have connections with Sweet Baby Inc. CEO Kim Belair. Now, Flintlock, it was a drastically changed game from what it was originally pitched as by a DEI consultant coming in, changing everything up, wanting to stick a chick in it, and making her black, lame, and gay. And that, yeah, days before release of the game, you got the demo that's out there, and yeah, that's the demo. You can see the little banner that's on it, okay? One person playing it in anticipation of release, 93 people in the past 24 hours, 300 people concurrently playing the demo. Not exactly a good sign in anticipation of release. When you end up with, SBI game Flintlock has launched a very poor Steam stats. Only 607 players, where other older games are doing much better at this hour. The game is already discounted 10% on the launch day. Oh, normally you'd have like that 10% discount for pre-purchase. We've seen it with bigger AAA games that are out there before, but 10% on launch day? Yeah, I don't really know about that. That's a new one. I've covered, yes, the former CEO and the COO ruined the game by hiring SBI in past tweets. Did a video on that. If you'd like more information on that, that came out a couple of weeks ago. Check the gaming playlist on YouTube if you'd like a little bit more backstory. Race swapping the main character and using company funds to promote diversity initiatives in the CEO's personal VFX company. Yeah, it's a pretty good ride, that one. There's a lot of dirt on that broad. While they eventually left, it seems the game never recovered. Yes, exactly. Kepler Interactive investor Lizzie K, who was so angry after my article that she left Twitter. Please don't @ the current account. It belongs to someone else now. Yeah, exactly. And don't harass people, right? Like, there's a lot of people that had good intentions on the staff, but then you have somebody over the top coming in and mandating all this crap. You see all your hard work flushed down the drain for no discernible reason. Like, I could understand, okay? You wanted to come in, you wanted to make some tweaks to the gameplay because you thought, ooh, it's looking awfully God of War clone-y, okay? It looks like, yeah, God of War meets Horizon, just more generic slop. So if we could go ahead and put a different spin on that, that'd be fantastic. But no. You wanted to make some changes, but you wanted to make it more appealing to the mythical modern audience. And when has that ever worked? Just simply point to one example. Oh, wait, you can't. But yes, former community manager claimed that Grums and so many other people, you guys would be wrong about the game. It's fantastic. When it launches, you just go ahead and you just wait. Oh, you guys are going to be eating so much crow on this one. But it turns out, yeah, Grums and so many other people were right. Flintlock devs did reach out to Kabrutus some time ago to claim that SBI materials were removed. But when Kabrutus asked for proof, yeah, they were like, no, just trust us, bro. What's our source? We made it the up. YouTube reviews of the game site poor story as part of the reason for Flintlock's lackluster reception. Yeah, exactly. That's also the same thing that we heard in regards to Tales of Kenzara Zhao. Weird how that always seems to be a theme of Sweet Baby Inc. influenced games. They come in as a consultancy firm, right? Consulting on characters and what's that other thing that they consult? Oh, right, story. And then what's the biggest hang up for people after they play the game? Not the gameplay, because that's probably handled by capable people. It's always the story. Even with their most successful outing, God of War Ragnarok, them being directly affixed to that. That's the one aspect from supporters and detractors alike that takes away from the game more than anything else. It would be the Angrboda sections, the walking, talking, listening to the diverse female protagonist in Norse mythology of all things, and it just seems completely and totally tacked on and comes out of nowhere in the game. Everybody reliably points to that section. Or when anybody wants to meme on Spider-Man 2. What's the first thing that comes to mind whenever anybody talks about that game? Oh yeah, I loved all the web swinging, and then also playing as the deaf black girlfriend of Miles Morales, where you do a spray painting mini game. Like, what the hell is going on here? I want to play as Spooderman. I want to be Peter Parker. I don't want to be Puerto Rican Parker or Helenisha Keller. Like, what are we doing? Any studio currently working with SBI should ditch them and denounce them. Kabrutus Steam list is nearly 500,000 gamers, and none of them will be buying any SBI-backed game. Exactly. Because at this point in time, they've seen success with God of War Ragnarok. They absolutely undercut any expectations and any excitement behind Alan Wake 2. Same with the long-term viability of Spider-Man 2. And then everything post then, it's just been blunder after blunder, with the brown corn jewel in their throne of crap being Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. And boy, the update on that's kind of hilarious too, but that'll be coming in a separate video very, very shortly. But yeah, here's the receipts on this, okay? You got diverse female protagonists bringing in 579 players, 600 in the past 24 hours, and yes, 607 players. And we might as well take a look at that updated player count on Steam charts. And as you can see right there, 469 all-time peak, and it's going down, guys. That's not good, but hey, if we're going to be completely honest, then I guess, Steam charts has a different number. Goes to show that there is definitely a discrepancy. But oof, yeah, we do the updated, and this is just for sheer transparency's sake. We're recording this Thursday evening. 281 players right now. 648 is, yeah, that's the peak, bro. So I guess, yeah, an additional 41 people checked out the game concurrently, meaning that maybe over release weekend, maybe in the near future, before the end of their special 10% off release special, they might get up to 1,000 players. Maybe, potentially, but who knows, man? That stench of Sweet Baby Inc. And Lizzie K right there, just checking in one final time with her absolutely fuming, vibrating off the effing plane of reality. This past week's pseudo-journalism of the far-right Gamergate, far-right, by just simply pointing out who you've worked with on the game, are taking is so vile. Why is it vile? By just, shouldn't you be proud if you worked on a game? I mean, come on. Incredible to see real time and closer to home how wrong Grums is and how damaging he is and his weird trope whatever. Because let's be completely honest, nobody would have known about this game to begin with, so don't really think that you're missing out on too many sales to begin with. In fact, now people know in general that they should probably stay away from this game because they're going to have their wallets robbed and their time taken away from them. So yeah, instead of having to deal with a bunch of refunds, Grums just kind of cut out the middleman. Same with Cabrutus and SBI Detected. It's just at a moment in time where you could just simply learn from your mistakes, you're deciding to no, double down and realize that it's not diversity pushing, it's not all of these DEI policies that's the problem, it's all the kids that are out of touch. That has always worked. That's always a winning strategy, especially in gaming, right? Yeah. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.